When you're speaking to a borrower, you will ask about what type of asset they are looking to buy, build, or refinance. Areas of focus for us generally include apartments, office buildings, retail centers, self storage properties, hotels, gas stations, car washes, land, subdivisions, industrial warehouse facilities, business acquisitions, equipment loans, factoring, and the like. Each one of these asset types has specific areas that you will need to understand and questions you will need to ask. An example would be an apartment. If someone was looking to buy an apartment, you would immediately start asking if it was individually metered versus master metered. Many of the questions will cover most of the needed items, but each asset type will probably have very unique things to understand. Remember, we are trying to gather information so we can look for areas of risk or potential threats. Knowing the business asset type helps us drill down on what those potential risks are. Here's a list of just a few of the asset types and potential areas of risk. Again, this is an all-inclusive, but should give you at least a general parameter. Apartments could be riskier if they have master metered properties, as they would pay more operating expenses, generally speaking. Office buildings might have a parking issue that prohibits it from getting certain types of tenants. Industrial buildings might not have the necessary clear height in a building for them to attract tenants. Retail centers might not have the right traffic or not have an anchor tenant, which can be a risk for them to lose potential tenants. Hotels might not have the amenities needed to attract the right clients, or they are in an undesired location. Gas stations might have an environmental issue with underground leaking storage tanks. Land might not be entitled and even have no access to water. That could be an absolute issue. Subdivisions might not have their approvals and therefore cannot sell anything yet. Business acquisitions might not have good books and records for the lender to underwrite, making it difficult to buy. Car washes could be outdated and therefore irrelevant. Equipment could be an old, dilapidated piece of equipment and have no intrinsic value. The next area of focus is what the loan type is. What we mean by this are they owner occupied for business owners, or is it investor? Each of these has their own criteria. And then you want to know if they are buying, refinancing, or constructing. If they're buying, then there's going to be a lot of emphasis on the contract information. How much time do they have to close? When does their money go non-refundable? If they're refinancing, we need to know when the loan matures so we can hit the deadline. We also might want to know if there's a prepayment penalty. If they're constructing, developing something, we'll have lots of questions around what the budget is and deadlines and timelines, as they can stretch out. This is what you are going to focus on for asset and business types, as well as what the loan types are.